Hello everyone, Corn here and welcome to my channel. I thought I'd show y'all today when I work on a project. Remember, I'm still working on the giveaway, the altered file folders, and my desk becomes such a mess. I want to show y'all. Bear with me. Close your eyes if you're going to get dizzy. Look at this, y'all. This is... I was like, oh, part of me said, don't you dare show them that. But I know some of y'all have said, oh, mine might be even worse than that. Which I love. Thank y'all for admitting that. What I'm working on now, I do this. I skip around. And I've been doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then I thought, you know, I need some things to tuck in on the tuck spots and to put in the pockets and things like this. So, like for example, I've already made or just did like a Project Life card. Have a Project Life card. This is already done, but just decorated. Put a little lace, put a little piece of the paper you're working with. And that matches my colors and theme and stuff. Or just take a piece of the paper you're working with and make like a little booklet. And this is that paint dyed paper. And then I did the doily and did the distress ink and speckled egg around there. Then added some lace that was dyed and some fabric that was dyed and some cheesecloth. And then this is fussy cut off of a little ephemera piece that came with Anna Griffin's cards that she had out what was it, 3 years back, I think, at Tuesday morning. And this is one of like the little ephemera pieces that you're supposed to put on the card, but I cut it up some more and put it there instead. And I also do things like this where you just, it's the same thing. This is a piece of that paper. And then I lined it with, this is avocado dyed, and then paper, and then I went around the edges and distress ink, spun sugar, and then just, you know, kind of put the distress ink here and here as well. This is one of my little fabric clusters. Remember when I told you all about Gypsy Crafter Journals? And her channel, I think I told you all on Monday about her, and this is what I was looking up and with my rendition. Now she was saying, and she's right, to do the perfect, you know, cutting and everything like that. I can give you an example because I did it. Oh, mercy. That one, this is a paper clip, and this is from, let's see, Treasured Books, Natasha. This is the hidden, you know, you do the hidden paper clip. But see how I did it just so, but I did it that way for a reason. Number one, that's the way I usually do things, as you all know, if you've been here a while. And number two, it had a back to it. You know what I mean? This way, I don't have a piece that isn't hanging off the back. So that's why I did it just so. But this is some fabric underneath there. This is from, I think a lace doily type thingy, vintage. I think that's Paper Studio, and then this is a little trim piece that I cut off from Amazon. And then on the back, that's what it looks like on the back of the clip. So, but you know me, I started out that way, but this way I was like, okay. So this is dyed sari silk And then this piece here that's frayed on the edges. Remember, I think it was last year that Dollar Tree came out with this, and it is wired. And when I cut it, I just pull the wires, and you can use the wires for some great stuff too, because it's really thin. And then a little piece of curtain lace, and then wait a minute, this is fabric, sorry. This is the sari silk here. And then I sewed them all together with a little button from Dollar Tree. And of course, you all saw this one before already. Just a little booklet with the coffee dyed paper. So, when I went over to visit with, it's Heather is her name, who's Gypsy Crafter Journals. She did a matchbook, and I thought, oh, that's an adorable idea. The only matchbook things I've ever made, as you all might remember, was this year for Christmas cards. I did some. And so I was like, oh, that's a great idea. But I also, she was mainly just showing us what she did, like a project share. So I looked it up, and I'll show you all this. Ended up going over to Bird Nest Books by Leanne. Oh, she's fun. She's a lot of fun. She's new to me. I'm finding new people, you all. I think a lot of you all might know Leanne already. I'm not sure. But she has quite a few subbies. And so she was doing some to put in journals and everything. And so she's saying, cut a piece of paper 3 1/4 by 7. And then turn up about 1 inch on the bottom, and then for your paper inside, do 3 by 3. Okay, so I was like, okay, I can go do that now since it's fresh on my mind. And then I thought, well, you know what, you guys might want to do it with me, or come with me and see, in case you think you might want to do it. And so let's get started. I did do my paper. I'll show you that in a sec, because remember, it takes me forever and a day. You know how I am. How are y'all doing? Good, I hope. I hope life is treating you well. All of us still just holding on, aren't we? Now, I don't have hardly any of my paper left. I mean, I'm down to just a few little scrap pieces. And this isn't my first choice for it, but I want this to be the inside and this to be the outside. But we're going with, because we hardly have anything left. So that's why we're going with it. I don't dislike it. It's just not my favorite, you know. So let's see. Do I want this taken off or that taken off? I like the lighter the better. So she told us to do 3 1/4. All right. By, let's put this scrap over here. By 7. There is so much. See what I'm saying? There is so much on this desk. I don't even know if y'all can see what I'm doing. It is so much on it that I can hardly put anything else up here. Do y'all do that when you've got a project and you're just pulling all the things that match or that, you know, you think would look good with the rest of it? Now, I'll be honest with y'all, I don't hold on to that tiny. I have in the past, and I've actually used them, especially when I was working on pocket letters. Those little tiny pieces come in handy, don't they? All right. Then, for me, because I stink on ice when it comes to folding things straight, I'm going to go ahead and score this little baby. And she said about 1. That looks awfully high. I might do it a little less than 1. Where is my phone? Okay. Yeah, that looks a little high to me. I'm going to go here. All right. This paper I'm not always, this is Stamperia, which I absolutely love, but I had one piece crack on me, and I was like, oh, don't you do that. And she just did this by hand, but I want to see, they normally come down like so, but I want to see where I have to score that, because it's about here. All right. So that nothing cracks on me. And what did I do? We always do something wrong on camera. No, I'm just kidding. I do, not everybody else. Okay, and there's your little matchbox. But which are always fun to do, aren't they fun? But I'm going to go ahead and round these corners. She just cut hers, but I'm going to go with this. This is from the Paper Studio. And go like so. And then I'm going to do to this what I've done to almost every single thing. Not everything, but almost everything, single thing on this project. And that's go around with some walnut stain. Because it's so dark anyway, you know. And when it comes to doing this, I kind of do the whole kit and caboodle, you know. I think we'll try it on the inside, but I think on the inside it's just going to blend in. I don't think it's going to show up much. Now I like to do front and back, because this is going to be tucked in. This is not, you know, if you were going to put this in your journal and say make a little tuck spot, or even you know, tuck spot as in gluing it here and here, and you can tuck things in that way. Or if you're going to make a pocket, glue here, here, and here. But I'm not, this is just going to go in a pocket. So that's why we're going to do that. Yeah, see, I think if I were to ink it, let's start at the bottom and see if we, can y'all tell? Well, I don't know, we can tell a little bit. See, this is another reason why it takes Corn so long. I lost a few days crafting, the past 3 days actually, with trying to remedy or solve the bathtub drain not draining properly. And guys, I did everything, tried to do a natural solution at first and then other things, and it just, plumber's coming tomorrow. But y'all, see this bruise? I don't know if you can see or not. This bruise, this bruise, this bruise. That's from me attempting all of that. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just telling you what I've been doing these past 3 days. But, you know, it was a learning experience. And even though I was all upset because when I do a whole bunch of work on, you know, on the house and it doesn't work, I get very upset. And Hanson looked at me and he said, "You did a whole lot more than I would have done." So for our pages going in, We've got the paint dyed. We've got a little bit of tracing paper. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but I took my dauber with picked raspberries. And it's very, very faint, but it is on there. I think you can see it better. You can see it here, here, and here. And all of the pages have been torn at the top. What Leanne did was I think she had 5 pages. I don't remember. But her first 2 were jagged. You know what I mean? Were torn on a, going from left to right up and then from right to left up, that type of thing. And this is just regular copy paper that's pink already. And then another one of pink. And so that's what we're going to put on the inside here. And you just put them, just tuck them on down. First you got to make sure they're where they're supposed to be. And then, like she said, she's a good teacher. Y'all like her if you don't know her. And she just put, when I did my cards up, of course they were bigger. I did 3, but she just did 2 staples here. And see, with hers, like I said, with hers going here, the first 2, or maybe here and here, it was a cool effect, but I just wanted I like it when the top pages are like that. I've always liked that. Now she took her, you can use any staples you want, or you, like she said, you can glue it. But for me, I'm going to use my Tim Holtz. And I used to try to get them perfectly aligned, but I think that's not too bad. Remember, I'm not good at that. Alrighty. So now we basically have our little, hootenanny-doo. Did I put them up too high? Oh, man. Yep. I put them up too high, y'all. So guess what's going to happen? Instead of doing that, we are going to go, I put them too high. That can happen. So, not to panic. We're just going to go where it would normally go. Get our sides lined up. And then we're just going to encourage this baby to go this way. Alright. See, we're all good. It's just we've got this little line in the back now, and that's alright. The old corn, yep. You know what the old corn would have done? She would have taken those out very gingerly, put them down low, and then covered this whole section up. That's the old corn. Okay. Alrighty. And let's do our back clip. Our back. Okay. Alright. So, now we've got this part. Now what are we going to do? So we can make a cluster. We can, I'm trying to think. You also, I have to keep in mind the pocket it's going in, you know what I mean, how far it can come up, you know, without hitting into something else and all that good stuff. So I think I'm going to, isn't it fun when Corn doesn't know what she's going to do, and y'all just get to watch her just sit there like a lump. Can you tell she's exhausted? Okay. Let me see here. This is already, excuse me, torn here. So I'm going to go ahead and remember, Heather and others say, don't make it perfect, which somebody like me has to it goes against the grain, because I was raised to, if you don't do it perfect, then don't do it at all. You know what I mean? That's how I was raised. So let's just try and see if we can, yeah, we can rip this part. And you know, when you do rip your fabric, your fibers, you kind of mess with your fibers some. So you kind of have to mess with it back. You know what I mean? Because you are messing with it. And I think a lot of us at times don't want fabric frayed, and then other times we're like, please fray, fray. So let's see here. If we put a piece here, now, behave yourself. All right. I'm not a fan of this right here. Okay. And then here's me being a nonchalant cutting, y'all, which is something I don't do. Are we going to get some fraying over here, or is it just going to behave itself? It's behaving a little bit. Let's see here. Still not a fan of that either. Okay. Now, we can put this fabric down. Let me tell you something that Leanne did that was super cool. I never even thought of coffee dye and coffee filters, but that's what she did. And then to cover up her staples, because she's kind of like me, they kind of stick out, don't they? Even though they're tiny, they stick out some. But she took the dyed coffee filters and dyed them in coffee, and just tore off tiny pieces and put over them, which kind of muted. You know, you could still see they were there, but and just glued them on, muted them, and you could do the same on the back. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. I thought that was really neat. And the top of this is still fraying. That's good. And I thought, well, let's do this. I did have a little piece of, this is the lace from a curtain. I like that it's so open, but at the same time, I think that's too big of a piece. You know? I'm thinking I would like that better. Save that. Remember, all our little teeny pieces. I don't know if we need this being quite so straight. Okay. I've got other laces that I love, but that is just so open you still get to see those roses. So we could do like so and like so. I don't really want anything to cover up the roses too much, you know. I think they're so pretty. Let's see. If you hear something in the background, that's our handsome. Let's see here. We could, I have some, in fact, I had a teeny tiny piece of, this was tea-dyed cheesecloth. Sometimes that's fun, but that would mix in with our lace an awful lot, wouldn't it? If I did that, I think we should go with a different lace. I even have some doily here. I wonder if just a little snippet of the doily would be fun. That's looking different color though, isn't it? Let me see. Do I have another doily over here? Yes, I do. Let's see this one. How about this one? Ooh. I don't think that looks good with that. This looks better than the others, I think. And just like a little snippet, like over there or something. Let's see. And yes, if you're going to ask me, does it bother me to cut into the doilies? Yes, it does. Because I just keep thinking of all the work involved in them. One side's right. There's the right side. Okay. That's too big. So we can do just like two. Maybe this be a little smaller. And then that's fraying already. Let's see. Or do we like it this way? Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. And let's see. With that, what about a piece of this lace, guys, underneath it all? Would that look good? Or would it look icky? Let's see, from here to here. Maybe go in one like here. Okay. I think so far we're okay. And then it needs one little something, doesn't it? Does that look like the butterfly is going for the roses? How's that look, y'all? Let me know. Tell me. I can't hear you. If Eddie's saying, Corn, do it or don't do it. Oh, mercy. Have you ever been so tired you're kind of punchy? Okay, what do we think, y'all? Do we like it? Are we happy? I kind of like it, especially because the butterfly looks like he's going. Now, Leanne said something that I thought was fantastic, because I don't know if y'all feel this way, but I know I do. She said sometimes she just will get out the glue and put just a little on and put like her main piece, whatever she's working with, on her project, so that she knows I want it right there. Because have you ever taken everything off, gotten it together, and then went to put it on, and you're like, well, I don't like that as well. I have. And I'm like, why didn't I mark it? Okay, so we did decide that's going to go right around there. We have decided we want this here. I think we can just kind of tack that on here with our, well, if I use Fabri-Tac, that, well, no, it's not going to show through if I do it over here, because we're covering that up. So, okay, let's do it over yonder then. Let me see if I'm in. Can y'all see what I'm up to? Yes. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's just take our Fabri-Tac and stick it on just a little bit of this lace from a curtain. Well, if we can. Alright. We're just going to tack it there for now. Because I thought Leanne was very clever to say that. Okay. Alrighty. Let me see, does anything else need, this needs fraying, but I don't think it wants to. It will a little. Here we go. We can get it to fray a little bit. Yeah, but it's still going to need a little, so it's not cutting, it's not fraying pretty, y'all. The top and bottom are. Okay. So, and we also want this little bit on the bottom of here, because I want that frayed section to go over the lace. I think I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So we'll put this here. Have any of you all got some big plans for the weekend? Most of us can't, can we? You know, with everything happening in the world. But besides my very nice plumber coming over, we hope to watch both of us fix lunch. Probably on Sunday rather than tomorrow, because we don't know what's happening with all the plumbing and stuff. But watching Coming to America too, with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio and Wesley Snipes and James Earl Jones. I could listen to James Earl Jones talk forever. I love that man's voice. Oh my stars and garters, that man's voice. There were those of us that loved him way before Mufasa and Lion King and Darth Vader and Star Wars and all that. There were those of us who've loved him for a very long time, since we were young. Okay, this I gotta get a little closer to me, y'all. Okay. Whee! And I will put, now that we know where we want it, a little bit more on here. So it won't do that. Just on the sections where it's not going to show too much. And then this baby, we want it here. Whoa, I'm going to have to get my little tweezers out on that one. I'm going to get the ends so that they don't come apart on us, because I cut something so beautifully crocheted. Let me do this. Okay. There we go. And then we decided to have this little baby going towards the top rows. And I don't know about y'all, but one thing I do, I have to clean that top off for one thing. Then one thing I like to do, I think y'all see me do this, 101 times, this is 102, is, let me see, let me take a look. I think it's this one. This is Tombow marker 373, and just go around so we can say bye-bye to our white edges here. And I do it with the brush part because you can get into all those teeny, teeny, tiny little places like that. Okay. And I usually do all my butterflies like this, but I just said I've got to tuck it into a pocket, so let me make sure I'll be able to do that. My minute. Because I like it when they're flying versus, you know, not. Now, can I do that? I can also put the back of it on, or should I do it like so? But that's sticking out, but see, this is sticking up even more. So if I do it, well, what would that look like? Going that way. You know, just do it a little, you know what I mean? And then if the winner wants to go, you know, put it like so. Or should I just do it flat? I still like it this way better. I do. But because of the crocheted piece, it can't go, the back can't go down. You see? You see what I'm saying? Like so. This time it just doesn't look like it's going toward the rose. It's just going, whee! Maybe it's already been to this rose. And now it's leaving. See, guys, it's just like, I don't know. See, I like it like that. I'm going to put it like that too, because that's the way I like it. And since it's going on lace, let's see if we can get art glitter glue to stay down. Maybe, maybe not. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to go to my good old Fabri-Tac. But I'm going to put quite a bit on here, because I can't always get this to go like I want it to. And let's see. Now, another thing that Leanne did was she wrapped some baker's twine around here a couple of times, but I don't think I'm going to do that. As you all know, I'm all for getting great ideas from others, but I always think, put your own spin on it. Now, I have a piece. Let me see, I have a piece of rickrack that I dyed. Would that be kind of cute? I don't know. And I also have another little snippet. Let me see where I put. Oh, here we go. I cut this off of a lace doily. Let's see, what's the right side here? That would be cute, wouldn't it? It's simple, but sometimes I think simple is the best. I think just right there. What y'all think? And then that way we're covering up on the front. We'll leave them alone on the back. And then we'll be done. Yay! No. Should we have this nice threads at the top then? Or should we have them at the bottom? Let's see. Which one do we like the best? They're not showing up that great with that background. You can still see them a little bit though. See? I think we'll do them on the bottom. And I'm thinking maybe Fabri-Tac. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll go ahead and, because it's so tiny. I'm trying to think, what did I use before? Well, yoo-hoo. I was going to put it on the wrong way. And remember, I got to get everything close. Bad eyesight. All right, let's see what happens, y'all. If we do like so. Maybe it'll stick. I think I'm putting on too much, y'all. Whee! In fact, I know I am. Gluey fingers. All right, I got to get this closer to me. And let's go over those. Because that's what we're trying to do. Hide the staples. All right. So guys, let me put my pen in, and I think we're done. So one more thing for the giveaway. We got a little matchbook here that you just open her up, and there's your pages that you can write on, or put like, and wouldn't that be fun to write about, put your loved one's picture here and then write some fun things that they've done through their lives and that you were a witness to. Wouldn't that be fun? Of course, the winner can do whatever they want with it. That's what the winner gets to do, whatever they want. And that's what we put together today, y'all. And I want to thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.